good afternoon, wherever you're watching. This is the Tech Talk with the Westside Button Mashers, and we do have a special guest. I am your host, Thumper. My co-host, John Boy Coy. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up? I am the Goated Pond, as you know.
Duh Pond.
Um, One of the best Mortal Kombat players in NA. Um, and that's really all I have to say, you know.
And we got Schluddy.
Yes,
Go ahead and
sir.
introduce
Snow
yourself.
Bunny. No, I will speak now. Thank you. Yes, Snow Bunny Master, the one and only, one that likes white girls. That's about it.
Hey,
Uh, you already know I'm goaded.
And then we got X to the T Exit. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Holla holla. That's all I have to say. Holla.
And for our special guest today, we have LBD, The Last Bad Day. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, this is the last bad day coming on the podcast.
Thank you, and we really appreciate you for coming through, man. It's honestly an honor for me, and I'm sure our fellow Joker player here now, Schluddy. Um, and so what I want to dive into is, I guess your way of coaching. Since you made the tweet, I want to say sometime was it last week or week before? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, probably a couple weeks ago, I want to say.
Okay. And instantly you hit me up about it. Like I think I was probably one of the first ones. Like, hey, yeah, let's do it. And you know, so can you tell us a little bit how pretty much your coaching was different compared to, I guess your typical coaching of neutral and punishes and stuff like that. So like pretty much what
Right.
what we went through. If you want to elaborate on that.
Yeah, I guess what I would say about that is like, um, I think, a lot of the coaching that's done on this game or whatever video game, I guess, is kind of related to the game mechanics and the game knowledge and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Like you might have coaching where somebody's examining a matchup with you or teaching you how to do frame data and I don't know, whatever shit, right? Um, my approach is going to be a little bit different with that. I quite frankly don't think I'm at the level compared to some players where that coaching would really be valuable. And but what I do have is a lot of experience working with people in my job, I guess, with like
Hmm.
different mindfulness techniques and different things based on like cognitive theory and whatnot, which I think can be really usefully applied to the gaming space. Because I mean the thing is that you can know. In my opinion, at least, you can know all these things. You can know the frame data, and you can know how to play the game. But when you're in that space, and especially if you're competing on stream or something like that,
Hmm.
you're going to be getting. There's more to it than that. You're not just a robot playing the game, right? Unless you're like Ninja Kill, I guess. Um,
Right.
but like you're gonna have thoughts and emotions and stuff like that coming up for you depending on what's going on, and you have to figure out how to navigate those things while staying focused on the game, and that can be really hard to do, right? I
Oh
mean, just
yeah.
with like anything in life, right? When you're in like a stressful situation, there's a lot more going on than just what's right in front of you. So yeah, my style is more trying to work with people on that aspect and work on skills to kind of get them more focused on the game and like kind of put some space between those things that they're feeling, maybe accept those things, understand what's like their response would be in a certain situation, like um, maybe asking a question around like, okay, so if this situation happens where you lose and your opponent has like point 0.2 health left or something like that, what's your typical response to that? And somebody might say like, well, I get angry or frustrated or something like that, right? And it's like, okay, well, maybe delving into a little bit more how that affects your gameplay, so next time that happens you're aware of that and you can maybe pause for a second and say like, okay, so this is my typical response, maybe I'm going to try to choose something different. Does that make
Hmm.
sense?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I remember like when we were talking, um, like there was a point where because we had a first to three, and after the fact, like you were like, okay, like what was your mindset at that point? And
Right.
so I told you like, and this happens all the time. I have a habit of kind of choking at times or turtling,
Hmm.
because I was like, shit, like this dude's got fatal blow. Like I got a decent health lead, but you know, if this guy gets a hit or two, like I'm done. You
Right.
know, and you know, and you kind of help me, I guess, guided me into like not really just thinking in the moment, not really trying to like think about worst comes to worst or you know any of that situation, which I liked. Um, Obviously, it's different compared to your normal coaching.
Right.
I mean, if you don't mind me asking, like, what were your takes on that? Like, how, like, I know we were playing, later on after that. Like, did you see a difference? As in, like, okay, like I was more calm. I wasn't like cussing up a storm, I guess, or like what, like how could you tell there was a difference? I guess from then to like afterwards.
Yeah. I mean, like, I, I I know after we chatted for a while and we were playing, um, I know we were like just chatting about life and stuff like that during. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not totally, it's kind of hard for me to remember exactly like to pinpoint certain things, but
Right.
I mean, um, yeah, I mean it's I guess it seemed more casual,
Yeah,
like there
afterwards. Yeah,
weren't.
definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Thumper. I don't particularly like remember the specifics, but
Right. It had been a minute
I
though,
don't know.
so I do
I
agree.
guess well, I guess I would turn that on to you and like what are some things you noticed when um, we played after compared to before?
I think, I mean, I know we were definitely like more so chit-chatting, like
Right.
after the fact, but I think, you know, I was definitely more in the moment than as to like thinking about, oh shit, like what if he does this, oh I'm done, or like I wasn't thinking about like completely like losing. I was actually just trying to just actually have fun within the game. You know what I mean?
Right.
As opposed to worrying or, you know, anything like that. Because that's
Right.
always been my thing is just like I just start worrying and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna lose or you know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Right.
here it comes, you know what I mean? Thinking of the worst, you know.
Yeah. And then
Um,
suddenly you're off in like a multiverse of possibilities, right? And you're not actually
yeah,
focused on the game. Yeah.
exactly, exactly. And I think that type of coaching can really go a long way too, because I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only person that thinks that. Um,
No.
No.
and you know, and I guess kind of segueing into that, like, how many people like have you been able to help out, or like have like I guess been able to coach with this type of scenario?
Like with MK?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, with MK, honestly, Thumper, it's only been you. Like
Oh
after
wow.
we talked, yeah, honestly, yeah. After we talked, like I was kind of saying earlier before, I actually unfortunately got a bit of unexpected work, so I've been
Hmm.
trying to like still like do the competing when I can, but I have been slower than I'd like to have been about like setting up times with everyone that kind of
Hmm.
posted on my tweet there. Yeah, so which I fully intend to do going forward, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was scrambling a little bit because I was like, holy fuck, I have to like get all these reports done for like 3 weeks from now. So
Hmm.
um, but yeah, yeah. I mean, when it comes to MK, it's only been you. A lot of the concepts that we talked about and stuff like that, I have been applying in my practice for quite some time now, though.
Oh,
So.
I see. I see. And was it much of a difference compared to like I guess like from your actual practice to like when we chatted?
Um, well, I mean, when we were talking, we were kind of focused on the game, you know.
Hmm.
We're not getting into super depressing territory, which, you know, is
Oh
a
yeah,
nice
no,
change
of
of
course.
pace.
But like I guess
So,
like question based, like I guess digging into like someone's mind, is it kind of the same concept? Would you say?
you mean like compared to like a normal appointments, compare like with the
Yeah,
game?
yeah. Hmm.
I mean,
I know
yeah,
they're
like
totally different aspects, but
yeah. I mean, well, it's hard to say. I guess in the sense that like you know, people like I've talked to people with all sorts of life challenges, right? And
hmm.
you know, you kind of do to your best to you know apply the theory to those situations, but when it comes to the game and stuff like that, yeah, I mean honestly like the mindfulness and focus and kind of like the goal setting and stuff like that, it's not really different from you know if somebody was to come and want to work on making you know being more productive in their career or sports or whatever. So
Right.
it's kind of yeah, it's kind of the same thing.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Um, Fellas, anybody have questions for LPD right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got just to clear everything up for everybody. Are you a clinical psychologist in your profession?
I am a psychotherapist. I don't have a PhD.
Interesting, interesting.
Yeah, so that's yeah. Clinical psychologists require a PhD, but not there yet.
Oh, but you are working on it.
No, I haven't. Like I've done my master's, but I haven't gone into PhD yet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
And
but
I do have one question. So, have
yeah.
you noticed, now obviously, if that's your mindset in your profession, it's going to carry over into other areas of your life as
Mhm.
well. But have you found a lot of common ground between the mindset you have to have in a match and the mindset that you have at work?
Um, you mean when I'm like when I'm competing, kind of thing?
Yes, yes.
Um, yeah, I mean, there are definitely certain things. Yeah, I think that the similarity, um, I'd say the similarity comes up in how I manage like negative emotion in the moment, right? Because I mean, if I'm working with somebody, for instance, who, um, you know, they're telling me something that's really heavy, um, you know, I have to manage how I feel in the moment. And I mean, it kind of the same principle applies if, say, you know, I'm playing against somebody and, um, you know, it's like I throw a game really badly uh, or whatever. They win by a tiny little bit, and I'm on stream, and or you know they beat me in some kind of like embarrassing way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
Right.
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So
I've
I
been
mean,
there.
like, yeah. So I mean, like, yeah. I guess that would be where the similarity kind of lies. Is just is having to navigate that as it kind of comes up. So
Okay.
yeah.
Shleddy, exit. You guys have any questions for LPD?
I'm good on questions.
Okay.
I don't know if Slutty has one.
Shleddy, are you there?
The, the slut?
My bad. I was doing something. What was the question? What'd you say? What?
Yeah, we were wondering if you had any other questions for LPD.
Oh, at first I said no.
Oh,
So
okay.
as of right now, no.
As right now, no. Okay. So my next question would be, what are you planning? I guess I know we talked about it before. So would you be willing to like go ahead and keep doing this? And like what kind of made you want to do this, like coaching in this aspect?
Um. Well, I mean, honestly, I really love this community. Um, you know, for as much as I might hate Breakaway and stuff like that, I also really love the game. And and you know, like
Agreed.
I mean, I think that the MK community and being able to kind of come home and compete in the events and interact with people and stuff like that has been a very huge thing for my own mental health throughout this pandemic.
Hmm.
And especially with all the lockdowns and stuff like that, not being able to go out and see people. And yeah, I mean, I guess just kind of thinking like, I have a certain skill set that I thought maybe I could kind of give back in a certain way.
Okay, okay, nice. Yeah, no, I mean, I honestly enjoyed it. I thought it was definitely different compared to like as much as I love like when Exit coaches me. Uh, it's a completely different aspect. It's like I guess I'll be airing my laundry out a little bit, but I have a therapist. Um, and it was almost kind of like my therapist was pretty much there playing with me and actually guiding me on um, not getting pissed off so much or just kind of I mean like what they say is just being in the moment exactly, that's what I really liked about it and I thought was really unique because I've never heard of anybody doing that in the community, let alone games. You know what I mean? So I thought it was like I said, unique to say the least and pretty cool. Um, and I've tried it. I mean, afterwards too. I know, like, um, I think Exit and I were when we were playing. Like there was times where I was getting a little like whatever, but I think it's just because we're all friends and we're just like fuck. I know how he plays, so I should be able to beat it. But
Right.
of course, he knows how the fuck I play, so he's gonna beat me too. You know what I mean? Or he should
Yeah.
beat me too. Um, so. I kind of want to dive into your mind, like when you're competing, like how is it easier for you to stay in the moment too, or like how does it like do you get tilted these days or not really?
Um, well, I mean, it depends on the day, really. Like, there's some days are easier than others, I guess would be the short answer. And
Hmm.
um, there definitely are, sometimes where um, I can find it hard to kind of put some distance between those tilting thoughts and stuff like that. Um, but I mean, I think I have improved at it, I
Hmm.
guess, which is kind of what counts. It's not it's one of those things where it's like it's never going to be perfect. Um, but yeah, I would like to think that through practicing some of the mindfulness stuff and whatnot in game, I've been able to kind of pinpoint certain things that that might tilt me a little bit better,
Right.
right? Yeah, so yeah, especially like just certain things like even character choice and stuff like that, can kind of like if I can be real, like playing, if you're playing against somebody in like 180 ping and they fucking pick Sindel or something like that, you can get pretty down bad like
Cry
real
a little
quick,
bit, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah. But I mean, it's important to recognize that that's happening and try to redirect yourself a little bit.
Oh yeah, okay. Um,
'Cause,
anybody else have any questions for LBD?
Oh, I do. Like, do you ever think it's like based on how the better you could play is like the headspace that you're in? Because like sometimes I rewatch some of my matches and I'm like, dude, I'm acting like I'm just complaining on what people are doing, and I could just tell that I'm not like in the right headspace. But then there's times where like I am in the right headspace. I'm enjoying myself. If I see a video and I'm not yelling cowboy shit, then there's something going wrong. That means I'm not having fun. That's usually when I'm doing the best, where I just have all this confidence. I'm talking shit and having a good time. That's when I realize
right,
I play better. Or even like
right,
sleeping. I realized one day, like I had so many hours of sleep and I'm just ready to go and I'm playing so well, and then there's times where I just have no sleep. I'm
Yeah,
playing and I'm just acting like a bitch. Like I'm just like,
sure.
oh my god, you're a madman. Oh this, oh that, and I'm just, it's rough. It's cringeworthy to watch back, but I think it's true. I think sometimes you need to be in the right headspace to play. Sometimes people that are not in the right headspace and they're just having a shit day and they start
Yeah,
playing MK11, it might just not fucking work out. It just might be shit. Like, what would you think if you're gonna play? Let's say you have a match. Let's say at Vape Coach's shit, and
sure.
you're not in the right headspace. What would you recommend doing?
Um, well, yeah. First of all, I just want to say I think you're like bang on there. There's a big difference between maybe having a chill kind of positive day and then getting into a competitive set and the first game you lose from like fatal or forward to fatal blow from Sub Zero. Then if you had like a really shitty day and that happens in the first game, like that can change the whole course of the set, I think. Honestly, what one of the things I've really tried to do, especially if I notice that I'm having a kind of a rough day or feeling anxious or anything like that, is to do like a meditation or breathing exercises prior to playing. And it's not to necessarily calm me down, but it's more that I can kind of like take a space for like a 10-15 minute period away from the world to kind of examine what I'm feeling going into the set. And I think that kind of helps me predict like how I might respond to certain situations.
Hmm.
If that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
That
Shuddy,
is
Pond?
interesting.
No, my questions was.
Yeah,
I
do you guys
do
have
not
any?
have one at the Actually, who is your main before Joker?
I started the game by playing Scarlet, and then I played Aaron for a little bit.
Oh, What a baby. nerd.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking to two Scarlet mains right there too.
Oh, nice, nice, cool, cool. You
Do you
guys
still
still play
do you
her?
still go back?
Hell no.
No.
Nah, I moved on. I moved on from Scarlet.
Yeah.
Hannah Baker has to go. Just like in
Miss
the
Scarlet,
show,
man.
you gotta just move on sometimes and pick better characters, like Aaron Black.
Yeah, it's like Aaron Black.
Sure.
I will say the Scarlet mains that are still still doing stuff with her though are pretty deadly to go against.
Oh,
They've really
absolutely. Yeah,
really
like
put the time into the character.
Dark Elite is so good with Scarlet. It's like not even.
Yeah.
There is a lot of good Scarlet. I always thought she was underrated. Every time I talked big about Scarlet, I always got shit from players all the time. They're just like, no, she has gaps, this and that. But if you really break down the things she could do, like no character could really do, like get health back, and you have to guess between a mid and a grab, like little things like that. Not many characters could do. It's just I think what a lot of people say is that she has bad matchups, but even there, like you can make her work. Like you just got to put the effort in.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely. I think she's got good mind games, like, of course with their gaps and everything like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Exit exploited a lot of those mind games. And so did the pawn whenever like you guys would put in like parry whenever I figured out, of course, like your flawless block gaps and stuff like that. I think that's pretty cool.
There's a lot of characters though that their up twos, their flawless black up twos, are quicker than her parry, which is, you know, asinine. But whatever.
LBD, did you have any questions for us maybe by any chance?
Yeah, I know. Like, I guess was curious. Like, it seems like you guys have known each other a while. Like, how did you guys meet and start the podcast and stuff like that?
Um, so I mean, we've played with each other probably, I want to say, well, I've met Exit probably like, I want to say a year ago now, almost, right? Exit or
Yeah.
almost
I want to say
a year and a
a
half
little
ago.
over a year.
Let's
A
let's
little over a
let's
year.
say a year and a half ago. Um, we chopped it up. I actually hit him up on Twitter. Um, and I was just like, hey, you down to play some games? And he said, yeah, hell yeah. And so we started playing some games. Chopped it up from there, and then every now and then when he'd get a wild hair and he'd go live, um, I'd come across Schluddy and the Pond, and the Pond and I had a nice little friendly rivalry there for a minute too. Um, we're just for some odd reason we just always had these. We had a little beef set like a first of 10, which was fun. Um, and hectic, and we've been honestly, I think him and I have been pretty back and forth ever since. And then now Schlette and I have the real rivalry, um, where we actually cuss each other out. No, I'm just kidding.
You
But
always apologize.
yeah, I always get fired up and then I always apologize. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'll be like, yeah, pussy, fucking, what are you gonna do? Okay, I'm sorry. And then and then I mean, so I think since we've made pretty much like a cult, we call it the West Side Butt Mashers. Um, so it's kind of funny when people already kind of put in this like I don't even know what you call it, like this bubble as a clan. Because I mean we have people that are not part of, I mean that are a part of clans, but they're still part of West Side Button Mashers, if you will.
We're pretty much a
Okay.
parody of clans, to be honest.
Yes,
Like
yes.
Okay.
we make fun of people that are in clans. Not that we think it's whack or anything. It's just like
People that take it too
we
seriously.
don't want to have a leader. We don't care we don't want to have a logo. We don't want to have none of that. It's just all of us just
Even though we
putting
do
our
have a
name out
logo.
there. Even though we do have a logo. Shit, fuck me. Yeah. Time for rebranding. It's just I don't know. We just
Wait,
have
we have
fun.
a
That's the whole
logo?
point of it. It's just we just have fun. Really. That's all. It's just what's really all about.
Exactly. We try to bring the fun in MK because I think that's what people are missing a lot of the time is they're missing the fun in it, and that's why like whenever I post videos, or even Exit, of course, when he posts videos, we try to. I mean, it's cool to post and like be like, okay, this is a badass moment, yeah, whatever. But I think it's fun. I think it's humanizing, people when you're
Right.
posting, having fun, and you're laughing about situations or you're laughing about like Sid popping off because he fucking fucked up cowboy shit for once, or something along those lines, or me, I finally get happy and I beat, Exit's Aaron or something. You know what I mean? It's just it's fun to do that.
Right.
Yeah, like I had like probably over 70 people say that they bought Mortal Kombat 11 because of my channel. Like they seen
Wow.
my shorts and they're just all like, "Yo, I just picked up the game. Can we play some sets?" And I'm just all Hollywood, like, "No,
Nope.
back of the line." No, but like on the real, I've always every time people ask me, everybody in here at some point has asked me for matches, whether it was Stumper, Koi, Slutty, everyone has asked me for matches, and that's how it should be. It shouldn't be, you leave motherfuckers on red or just like you just like ignore people and tell them yes and you never do it. It's just like people should just say yes and not act all Hollywood. And you'll
Hmm.
never know what you'll get. And then, I knew all these guys individually and then we all just came together and it just happened. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, totally. I mean, yeah, I totally agree. Like, I think that for the community to like work, people of all skill levels need to be like playing against each other,
Yeah.
and like, yeah, not yeah, Hollywood. Keep it. Yeah.
Yeah, and we honestly find fun in playing with everyone pretty much. Um, I know like Cease, he's always playing with us, and I mean we think he's a pretty we call him a pro. He's
GameStop Pro.
Beautiful.
GameStop exactly. He's sponsored by GameStop, uh, and we got people that are just in chat, that either they somehow are really good or they're just fairly new to the game. We try to coach them to best of our abilities. I mean, you know, none of us are pros, but we know the game a little bit. You know what I mean? So there's no harm in, of course, like trying to teach them a thing or two. I'll teach them as best as I can, even though if they don't use my character, okay, well, here's this, try this, or whatever the case might be. But I can definitely tell you how to beat my character or beat me at least. You know what I mean? So that's what we try to do. And at least try and find the fun, or at least getting people to have fun with us. And talking shit. Talking shit's always fun.
Absolutely.
Good healthy amounts of friendly shit talk.
Yes, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. At the end of the day, I know, I got love for these guys. I know they got love for me. I'm not going to bed thinking like, oh fuck, what should I have said to fucking, made the situation better, or, did he really mean that? Nothing like
Yes, I
that.
did.
Right.
Um, because I know Schluddy means it when he says I'm a
Every
bitch.
time.
So,
Like
you know,
shit.
You're fucking
um,
free, dog
yeah.
shit.
But yeah. I mean, that's pretty much how we all came together. A little more than a nutshell, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
Thank you. Do you have any other questions for us there, LBD?
Uh, okay. Yeah, if we could actually go through everyone, what is your opinion on the final state of the game?
Woof. How do
So,
you, how do you put this in like 10 words?
well, yeah.
Man. You know
Good
I
luck.
what?
can dumb it down
I'm
to
gonna
two.
take a minute and think about it. Somebody else go
I can
first.
dumb it
All
down
right.
to two. It's fucking dog shit. Actually, it's not as bad as it could have been. It's bad. It's fairly bad. But uh, you'll have your bottom ones and your top ones, and you'll just have to adapt and play the top characters to win. That's about it. Uh, Other than that, they should have just kept updating the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sid, I said what I said. It's dog shit. I'm sorry, I'm looking at your chat.
Oh no, I was looking at it too to see if there's anybody that had any questions. I was gonna write them down if they did, but I hadn't seen any questions yet.
Exit, what's your state on the game? What do you think?
Obviously disappointing. It's just like they were on a roll. Like with that last patch that they dropped. I thought the last patch that they did was not the hot fix patch where they buffed like Shao Kahn, but like the one where they gave us customs, gave pokes more hit advantage. I thought that was a really good patch. If we would have got something similar to that with the next one, I would have been fine if they stopped. We were just one patch away, really, from it being solid. But like what we got, I guess it's what we got. Honestly, like I honestly, if it wasn't for this group or the channel, I would probably not play MK11. To be honest,
Absolutely.
I would not play this shit at all. But
It's,
what can
yeah,
you
because
say?
we're just too good, man.
Yeah, just I don't know. It's just like to get entertainment from MK11, you have to literally pick a new character.
Yeah.
Like that's where you get your content with MK11. You
Right.
have to pick up a new character, or try out a new variation, or just I don't know. You got to figure it out. But that sucks. But I do like how the game is played. I'm not gonna lie. I'm scared for the next one. Like if it doesn't play, I like how this one is played. Like just like
Like
it's more
neutral
neutral
based.
based. It's more neutral based. It's not like X where I have to like keep guessing 24/7.
Right. Right.
Um, I just the movement is really good. Staggering is very satisfying. Um, just grabbing people also feels good. Like when I played X, I never grabbed people because in that game you really don't really have to because you
Yeah,
have
me
so many
neither.
mix-ups.
Yeah.
So the strike throw in this game is just done really well. Like honestly, everything in this game, in my opinion, is perfect except just dumb shit. The wake-up system's kind of dumb. The breakaway
Mm-hmm.
system's kind of dumb. I love crushing blows. I think crushing blows are dope. Um, the variation system is my favorite thing. It's just executed poorly. It's just little things like that. If they just work on these things, I in a perfect fighting game. I don't know, but I like it. I like
Yeah.
it. That's just me. But yeah, that's it for me.
Okay.
What I like it a lot. I think I've said it before. Like this is the only game I've actually felt decent at, compared to like the past, and I've actually like entered a competitive scene, somewhat. Um, as much as it can be stressful, it is fun for me. I do like it, and I've honestly met a lot of people because of it. I've met a lot of cool people. I found a home pretty much that I would have never thought I'd find. You know what I mean? Um, to pretty much sum it up. What about you? What do you think about it?
Uh, Me? Sorry?
Yeah, yeah, LBD. I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if this is going to be a popular opinion because, like, obviously some of the top tiers would just be even stupider, but, like, I guess I'm not complaining playing Joker, um, but, I kind of wish that they had, like, if they weren't going to change some of the mechanics that people were talking about for a while, like breakaway and wake up system and stuff like that. Like it seemed like, like people were talking about that for like 2 years before they stopped patching the fucking game. Like they must have known at some point. Like some people don't like this stuff, but they chose not to address that.
Hmm.
I really wish that I think the incomplete thing about this game was just customs because they let customs rock, but they did it in a way where they just opened it up and they never did anything around it, right? So like they had balanced it in such a way that like I guess it just seemed like they didn't put a lot of thought into the balancing of it. Like especially when they were releasing that patch to make them legal. I know they made some changes, but like they didn't let the meta develop at all around that,
Mm.
which is kind of a shame, I think, because like there's a lot of characters where they kind of just have one really good build through customs, but they have like cool moves in their custom list, but they're just not viable. Like they're neat, and it would be cool if like you could have more variety in these things, but
I think
Um.
um,
Scorpion is the poster child of that.
yeah,
Scorpion has
yeah,
a lot of
absolutely.
dope things, but it's just like you're just seeing one, maybe two variations at most.
It's so sad that a move only becomes viable because nobody's ever seen it and nobody uses it. So you don't know
Mm.
what to do against it. Like that's just depressing.
Yeah.
Right.
Like when I use
Yeah.
Joe Push, thanks to Unshaven One, by the way. Like people are like, "What the fuck is this?" Like I've used it in Combat League, and they're like, "What are you doing? What move is this?"
What are you doing, step bro?
Yeah, what are you doing? Yeah. But it's funny to see that type of stuff. I mean, I think that's what has been kind of keeping the game fresh for me. It's just kind of just playing with shit that nobody's really seen or like messed with.
Right.
It's like Joe Push Raiden, I think is pretty fun. Um, for me at least. I know Exit hates Raiden.
He's
It's
terrible.
kind of busted.
Yeah,
He's kind of busted.
he is.
But yeah, well, I mean, like I try to do the same thing with Joker, and like that's one of the things is like I noticed that Sonic, of course, like really coined the variation, but a lot of Joker players use the Kapow and Jumping Jester, and I was like, he has other cool moves, and I think they're okay, but like, it's fun to experiment. I think actually my favorite one is Boing, Jumping Jester, and Batsy Pew Pew because it's like kind of a mix of everything, right? It's not
Hmm.
like ridiculous damage, but it's more fun, I guess, than like the meta one, right? So, at
Yeah.
least for me. And yeah, I just found it too bad that didn't get fleshed out as much as it kind of could have. Um, like there's just too many characters. I feel where if you want to win, you pick one variation. Like I mean, like Cetrion's a good example. I don't think I've seen a Cetrion player use anything but the meta build in over a year. Like, you guys?
No.
We saw whenever Eggs and I were commentating on Vape Coaches, we saw, was it Perfect Sheeny and then against Scar,
Yeah.
he was using Perfect Sheeny was using what the fuck was it,
Geyser. It was
spring
Geyser.
cleaning, the
Yeah.
Oh,
geyser,
okay,
and
okay,
we hadn't seen that since what, like early Dragon.
But like, let's be real.
yeah,
If there's like money being put up, they're never gonna use that. I think that was just more for honor, because they're like
right.
the other dude was using like that jade variation, which was
Scar,
fun. I think that's
yeah,
what made the set fun. But it's just like
the set
if
was
you're a
good too.
Cetrion player, you already joined the dark side. You don't want to have fun. You just want to win and be a
Dude, I'm
loser. Like, let's
sorry.
just
I'm
keep it
sorry.
real. Let's just keep it real. Like Cetrion players are something else. They can't look at themselves in the mirror because there's nothing looking at them back. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I've seen people use a third variation Cetrion. I mean, they didn't use like the random slot move. They like picked which
Hmm.
ones they wanted for the grab KB. Like I've
Right.
seen Perfect Shinny use that, and Ava, I believe I've seen her play with that variation too. But it's not as common as like the meta build. I use the fucking meta build, and these people hate me for it. I don't know why.
Oh,
Well, it's
absolutely.
like why wouldn't you? You know, like
Exactly, it's the
it's
best
so
thing.
good. Yeah.
That's why you see Jokers playing Kapow and Jumpin' Jester.
Yep.
Yeah, I just play Boink because I have no neutral. Like it's you know, like yeah, you're right. I mean, there's a really good build for these characters, and if you want to win, I mean, like that's where the customs kind of falls apart, in my opinion.
They just have meta builds, and
And they
if
never
you're using meta builds, you're
revisited the
not gonna win.
slots.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. If
You can't agree, you're free.
oh my gosh. Okay. Let's move on before I rage. No, I'm just kidding. Do you guys have any other questions? I did have a couple questions that were in the live chat. Anybody?
No, I'm
No?
good on my question.
Okay. So I got Ray. He did ask, will we get any beef sets? Anybody want to answer that before I do?
Hell yeah, I'm beefing with everybody in the fucking FGC. Everybody's getting smacked. As soon as Last Bad Day coaches me on Joker, then I'll play.
Sure.
They gotta happen organically. You can't force them. If you force the beef set, then it's just whack. You gotta let it
Ken
happen.
needs to get it. Thumper.
Yeah.
No, that beef set happened organically, whether you liked it or not.
That was not a beef set.
Yeah, so I will be posting Hall MK and Schluddy, their beef set from the other day. It's a beef set. He said he was predicting 7-0. He was winning.
And then he
So
got 7-6 because I played
so I
Yeah,
mean,
get freed up, loser.
so yes,
No,
it's kind of hard to I guess have the beef sets because like I mean we all know each other now. Unless like Schluddy keeps talking shit like he does, then he's gonna get freed up by me.
No, you're
Um,
not. Put out the money right now.
so
You
we'll
can do
probably
this
have a
shit right
beef
now.
set pretty soon, anyways. But that's pretty much it. Like Exit said, it's got to happen organically. Or if we see two people crying on Twitter, we'll be like, hey, you guys want to run a beef set on this channel real quick? Settle it right here, right
We'll
now.
put up our own money.
Yeah, there you go, house money. Um, so that was pretty much it on that one. And then Sir Narwhal, something about a variationless tournament. Had a chance to make each character unique, more freestyle, but then never balancing or updating ability. Oh, I thought that was a question, but I think it would be kind of funny to see variationless characters.
Oh, that's a bet. I'm playing Cetron the whole game.
I think probably the best variationless character would probably be Gearus, if I'm not
Cetron.
mistaken, or Liu Kang.
Cetron.
I think Garrus has the best variationless like base kit.
Yeah, Garrus is pretty good.
Yeah, Gearus is. I think he's solid variationless or not. Like
I think Cabal would be up there too.
Yeah, Cabal would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Anybody got any other opinions on who would be best possibly for
Like,
variationless?
Cetron.
oh my god, New Slybot would be terrible.
Probably Scarlet.
No,
Oh my
yeah, he'd be
god.
terrible. He'd be
Oh my
fucking
god.
bad.
He would be so bad.
Like, what the fuck? He doesn't have a projectile. He has fucking teleport.
He actually has to play neutral
Yeah, he has.
Oh
for the
no.
first time ever.
People are gonna be lost.
Yeah, I agree to that.
I'm fucking zoning with Cetron. Y'all got me fucked.
I'd have to be really good with Baraka to make him work variationless because he definitely needs something.
He has Blade Spark.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Okay, Blade Spark and then the flag
No,
that can
yeah,
barely.
Baraka's pretty terrible without variations. Oh my god.
What the fuck is a Jackie gonna do? Strike throw?
He'll probably be bottom 5 on my list, honestly. Like, without variations, yeah, that's pretty bad.
He's better than Noob.
Yeah, I would say he's definitely better than Noob. Yeah, for sure.
It's hard. I don't know. Maybe.
Joker shit.
Yeah, Joker would
Oh,
struggle a little bit. His customs really make him better.
What the fuck am I gonna do? Use Jack in a Box just to be safe every time? Yes. But,
Yeah, yeah. He'd have no damage. That'd be his thing.
yeah, exactly.
Luke Kane would also be pretty
No,
trash.
actually, no. Joker would have the
I think Liu Kang would
load
be
up
good
the,
without variation, honestly.
Joker would load up the.
He has no
crowbar.
fireball?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has fireball. He has no
That is
low
true.
fireball.
Well, oh, that's right. I'm tripping. You're right. Never mind.
Actually, when you think about it, Joker would actually be somewhat decent. He would have mid tier at least.
Yeah, his issue is that he has no launcher except for 121.
Yeah. Just punish. You got
Scorpion
Yeah.
would actually have a decent fight this time.
you say Scorpion?
Yeah,
You say you fucking weirdo? What?
Scorpion.
Scorpion would not be good.
He'll be
The
like
Amazing Robin said
variationless?
variationless Jackie is still good.
Yeah.
Maybe, I
Fucking
think
mids are
so.
Crazy. Those mids are crazy.
Those mids are fucking. And then doesn't she have that like meterless cancel too? Pretty
No,
much.
that's a move.
Oh, that's a move. Oh, it's a.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
It's worth.
I
the
just
spot,
see every
though.
Jackie player using it, so I just assumed it was, you know.
No, it's a move. They don't use an upgraded because they're fucking pussies.
Okay. Oh shit.
Actually, I need to ask. Last bad day. I have a very
Yeah.
important question. Do you count Jackie losses?
Do I count Jackie losses? No, I just repress them and never think about them again.
Thank you. Good.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all.
Yeah. I've got a question for you guys actually.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of I guess kind of pointless to speculate at this point, but what do you guys think the game would have been like if they had like made every custom move one slot and given you like or giving you more slots like 5 slots or something like that to work with, you know, like
Bro,
Would've been
okay.
beautiful.
I got this. No.
That is a
Joker,
good
I'd be
question.
Meeting him out the ass. Do you not know what I could do? Kapow, fucking jumping jester and the Jack in the Box, the little fucking setup tool. Hell yeah, you're getting fucking mixed.
yeah, Joker would be ridiculous.
That shit's gonna be retarded. Spawn's gonna be fucking retarded. Like what the?
Yeah.
This is no. Well, Jackie will be the same. Cetron will be the same.
I
Aaron will
think.
be broke. He got cancels,
Yeah.
the bear trap, and the
Yeah.
launcher.
And Scud Shot.
Yo, and Scud Shot, Jesus.
Fucking Kane gets his snake bite.
With Baraka, I
Which-
think he'd be pretty good, but the thing is, like, I couldn't have Blood Lunge and his armor break, but I'd probably be able to have Blood Lunge and, like, some other stuff with it. Oh
Gutted
yeah,
and
Blood
Spin.
Lunge and Gutted.
Yes.
I definitely. Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing if I could have Blood Lunge and Gutted. Because I
Blood
mean,
Lunge,
he already
Gutted,
hits
and
like a truck,
Spin.
so I probably wouldn't really need his armor break that much as I like it, because it's so satisfying to land.
The auto shimmy is retarded.
So yeah, I think definitely Gutted and Blood Lunge would be pretty awesome. And then throw in the leg kebab for the fifth slot there, just to have a little bit of a baby mix there.
They did say they would revisit the variation system and balance the number of, not the number of slots, but the number of points that moves are worth. And for my life, I cannot find the tweet, but it was posted, and they never revisited. So
Yeah, because
that,
they stopped updating the game because they're.
It was in
Yeah,
it was in the
they
interview
tweeted-
with Ed Boon. It was an interview with Ed Boon. He said that. He said that they are going to. He made it seem like if it was a fact that they're going to revisit moves and redo the variation system. But
and this is why we don't believe you guys.
yeah. This will
Right.
be a rough year. Like we're probably not gonna get a game till like next year. Like it's probably not gonna come out till like next year. This will be a rough year.
That's
an
fine as long
MK
as they
fan.
actually finish it.
Facts.
Which I don't know.
I did have I did have Amazing Robin ask what condition are your controllers in right now?
I got about 30% left on this one.
Outstanding. Perfect condition.
Oh, shit.
Exits your controllers in perfect condition?
Yeah, I have 7 controllers from trying to master the Orange Black command grabs, and I now know how to fix them. So like, I be replacing the D-pad, I be cleaning them. You know, I got like little modded D-pads and stuff like that. Now, yeah, your boy is pimping. Your boy is
It's
pimping out here with them controllers.
pimping.
Yeah, I can start a Tumblr channel on my controllers. How colorful they are. Yeah.
My controllers rattle sometimes. I haven't bought a
Oh.
controller since I got
Dude,
my
you smack your
PlayStation.
controller all the time. I swear
Yeah,
to
so
God.
like for a demonstration.
We've all heard that, dude.
I just be slamming it on my desk just from time to time. It hasn't broken yet, surprisingly. I don't understand, but
How about you just hit your hand instead of the controller?
because I don't want to
Yeah.
like break my desk. Stupid.
I don't know.
My
There's alternative to it.
Before I move on to Blackbeard's question, because I guess he had been asking it a couple of times. My condition and my controller is kind of bad. Because this controller that I'm using now, I bought it used at GameStop, and I actually probably made it better than what it was when I received it. It was pretty dirty. Um, who knows what the last person did with it? Uh, I don't want to know. And then the nice controller that I had that came with the PlayStation I bought, which was the Spider-Man controller, and the Spider-Man PlayStation. Um, it was really good. It was in very good condition. I still play Tekken with it, but Schluddy got me kind of mad. I accidentally kind of banged it. Not even that hard, but I kind of banged it on one of my chairs, and the R2 is messed up now. So
Oh, no more flawless block.
so I can play Tekken
Oh.
on it, but yeah, no flaw. I can't play anything else on there really that involves the R2 button. Um, anybody else want to go talk about their controllers?
I play on a hitbox, and the
Oh, that's
plexiglass is
right.
pretty fucking gross from my hand sweat, if that counts. You know?
I forgot you play on a hitbox. That is
Yeah.
amazing. I've been wanting to try those bad boys out.
Yeah, they're fun once you get used to it. I felt like the wave dashing got a lot easier.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Is it weird playing with a? No, wait. Do hitboxes have that tiny little joystick thing?
No, it's like a keyboard almost.
Oh, it's all straight buttons.
Yeah, yeah. I learned MKX on stick though, so I was already kind of used to it.
Oh, you weirdo.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
I could
funny.
never switch to that.
Um, so let's see, Blackbeard had asked. I think this is a question for you, LBD. He said, so what got you into MK in general? And he said, don't mention the community.
Oh, sure. Um, I got into MK in 2015. At the time, shortly before that, there's a group of my buddies who were into fighting games already. I was a filthy League of Legends player, and I just joking for any league fans out there. Um, but I basically they invited me out one time, and they were just like, "Hey, you want to come try spiders?" They were into Blaze Blue at the time,
Oh,
and I went out and played with them, and I liked it. So like I thought, okay, I'm gonna pick up this game. I'm gonna buy a stick and like try to learn it. So we were playing that for a bit, and then MKX got announced, and I watched the trailer, and I was like, damn, I really like the style of this. Like I was never really an anime fan going into Blaze Blue, but I mean I thought it was a fun game, but it was like I don't know. As a lot, not a as not being a long time anime lover, it was like not really my aesthetic. Whereas when I saw the trailer for MKX, I was like, oh, this looks gritty and like really intense. So I picked it up at launch, and yeah, kind of never really looked back. I played MKX a lot until MK11 came out, and then yeah, pretty much switched over to MK11, and here we are. So
On this topic, I do have a question
yeah.
regarding both games. MK11 is particularly slower than MKX. I'm sure we could all
Mhm.
agree. Do you think that the slowing down of the game has increased the amount of mind games you can do, or do you think it's kind of hurt it?
I think it is a better, yeah, it's increased it, and I think it's a better game for it. Like there, MKX, like okay, there was a lot of cool stuff you could do in MKX, but when you go back to that game after playing MK11, you're like, you just get hit twice by a fucking 50-50 and you die, and you're like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, it's I mean, no, like honestly, no shade to the people who still play the game often and love it. Like, power to you. But I found like there was like I liked how many options the characters had, but at the same time, the way that you open people up in that game was too guessworky, I guess. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
50-50s were too
Yeah.
much.
Like it wasn't. I don't know. Like going back. Like I mean, and I played Alien, which had like you literally had to guess like three times, and that character got advantage on you. And like I don't know. It just felt like I was like making it up as I went along. Like I wasn't like consciously like really trying to condition people into like these certain responses and stuff like that, which I feel like you see a lot more in MK11,
You feel
right?
like you were just vomiting moves.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm at like, I have advantage and I can just throw whatever fucking overhead low pops into my head first and see if it works. Right? So, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Blackbeard had another question for you. Um, how did he get your name? Did his friends give him that name, or did he come up with it? So that was, yeah. Did you come up with your own name, or did friends give you your name?
Like the last bad day.
Yeah.
Uh, well, for a long time on MKX and PlayStation and stuff like that, I had a different name. Honestly, yeah, if I can be real with the podcast right now, there was I had a very bad day one time a couple years ago, and not to get into my trauma, I guess, on podcasts and stuff like that, but
Right.
I guess when I kind of got through that and I started to reflect on it, I kind of I guess I kind of vowed to make a significant change in my life, and I kind of wanted to reflect that in my online identity. I guess that's kind of where I got
Hmm.
it from.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a meaningful thing. Pretty much,
Yeah.
like to
Yeah.
actually like have it on there and like okay, you pretty much remind yourself every day, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's important to remind yourself of where you come from and what you've been through. So.
Yeah, definitely. Um, Sid, this is a little bit for LBD as well. He said, "Are Aaron Blackmane's medically insane? Why or why
Yes.
not?"
God, this guy.
Well, the diagnostic criteria is if they do more than two back to slides. So,
All right, there
at
you
that
go.
point, that's how
I'm
you do.
safe.
Yeah.
I'm safe.
Exit may be the only Aaron Blackmane that doesn't play like every other Aaron. It's kind of refreshing, but it's also annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, he found a way to make it annoying.
Instead of back two into slide, forward two into acid pour. That's the tech. That's how you be unique. You do forward two into acid pour. You're safe every time, and yeah, it's worth it.
Chet said, exit, that means you're medically insane.
I guess so.
Oh, and then Sid said also, in his expert opinion, what the fuck is wrong with exit? So that's one of our buddies too. He's in the chat and he's just
Okay.
talking shit now. He normally is in the podcast. He's just busy, but I guess
It's
not too busy
tradition. He
since he's
just
in
always
chat.
throws your boy under the bus all the time.
And he hates exits. Aaron, by the way, he hates Aaron Black. So,
We all.
all right. So, that pretty much wraps it up for us. Unless anybody else has anything to chime in on, all ears.
I have one
Chat.
question and one question only. One question.
Yeah.
Are we all running a cough after this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh yeah, and I get to get coached.
Oh, okay. Did you guys want to do it live stream or just no? Just
I mean, we can. It's up to you.
Sure.
okay.
This is your channel.
Yeah. Well,
Boy.
That's true.
I don't know if anybody wants to get exploited by me or anything. No, I'm just kidding. But
All right. Yeah. First to 7. No, first to 1 me for
No.
1,000 right now.
yeah, first one. Here we go.
I'll
But-
compensate.
Patreon.
But all right, yeah. So that wraps it up. I will pull up the stream here in just a minute. We'll get a cough going. Last bad day. Do you have any final things you want to say? Any shout outs or anything like that?
Yeah, well, I mean, first of all, thanks so much for chatting with me. I really do appreciate it and getting to know you guys better. Yeah, other than that, I mean, I just made a Discord. I posted it on my Twitter. It's kind of a combination of like, a place that people can just hang out and chat about the game and stuff like that. But also, there's like a mental health section if anyone needs support. I've posted some links to resources and phone numbers and stuff like that if people need that.
Nice.
I'm gonna also be just posting some like general learned, like in regards to mental health. Like I'll try to do that daily. To be real with the chat here, I think it's kind of bullshit that I needed to pay like a lot of money to get this education when it's things that people should be taught and know, right? Like just to kind of make all of our lives more
Right.
positive. So yeah, I'm gonna be trying to like kind of share what I can with that, and yeah, I mean if anyone wants to follow me on Twitter, go to town. I also do stream. Sometimes I don't have like a regular schedule, but I just kind of do it when I can for fun. So
Hell yeah.
thanks again.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I will definitely post your stuff in the description, and then I will whenever I get the stream going again, I'll put your all your socials on there too in the chat
Awesome.
so people can get it like right away as well. Because
Cool.
we know everybody's lazy in my chat. No, I'm just kidding. But yes, again, bro. Now, thank you again. It was awesome talking to you, getting to know you a little bit more as well. Of course, getting acquainted with the Westside Butt Mashers.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, we'd love to do it again sometime. And we'll do the coth here in just a minute.
That's good.
So, everybody,
Also invites.
thank you for listening. Much love, and we'll see you guys here in a bit in the coth.
Stay free.
Yes, we will.
Stay free.
GG.
GG, stay free.
Trash can.